Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, he's one of 4 Texans to have completed climbing Mount Everest. He is a peak performance coach, and he's going to inspire us next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
All right, we all know people who have completed marathons and triathlons, but I have yet to meet anyone, except for my next guest, who has completed Mount Everest. Rajan Dwivedi is in the studio. He's a peak performance coach, and he is one of just 4 Texans who have completed the Mount Everest climb. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me.
And you were telling me that until about 2014, I mean, you were an athlete, you played cricket, but you never were a world adventurer the way you are today.
No, absolutely not. I was happy with the city life, and I was enjoying playing cricket here in Dallas. I've been living here in last 25 years.
Yes.
And I love Dallas, but I was never a mountaineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wake up one day, you see a picture of Mount Everest, and you say, I'm going to climb that one day?
I mean, like, we all know Mount Everest.
Yeah.
I never thought I will climb Mount Everest that way until November 2014, when I went to see Mount Everest in Nepal through a tourist flight. I got a certificate. I framed it in my home office.
Yeah.
Since then, I felt Everest started calling me.
Okay, so like if I'm preparing for a marathon, I know that I have to, start out with a 5K. I need to complete some stuff. So what did you do to prepare for Mount Everest?
So November 2014, I came back in December onwards. I started buying some gears. I started going out to some hiking. I went to Pacific Crest Trails. I did 100 plus miles hiking on that.
Wow. And
in 2015, I started going to the glaciated mountain, and I climbed Mount Shasta, Mount Rainier, and Grand Teton, Mount Whitney, and then I climbed Shasta in winter. I climbed Whitney in winter. It was a serious passion that awakened inside me. I was always continuously climbing, till 2019.
And the mountains you just described, I mean, one of them is known as the Killer Mountain. So, I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. So what you did before Mount Everest was dangerous, but describe why Mount Everest seems to be the pinnacle of mountain climbing.
So Mount Everest is 8848 meters, 0.86, 29,032 feet. And Mount Everest is on the edge of life and death, on the edge of human possibilities. Mount Everest is the ultimate pinnacle in the history of mankind for reaching up to that altitude.
Yes.
And that's where you can push your physical limit, your mental fortitude, and your psychological limits. And Mount Everest is the edge of the human possibilities, basically.
Wow.
So that was the challenge. And I didn't know it, what I'm signing into. But hey, I've done this, and I'm very proud of that. I went through the journey of discovery and self-discovery. It is not you versus mountain. It is you versus you.
Yes.
What is the better version of you, stronger version of you,
Yes.
the wiser version and humbler version? So I went through this discovery of transformation, discovery of self-discovery during this journey. And I also felt some spiritual and transformational effects.
Wow.
So it has been a fantastic journey, and I'm proud of that. I undertook that journey.
And you documented it all. If you go to his YouTube or Instagram, you'll see so many videos. We're going to run a little video, and I want you to just talk about the danger. I mean, you have to have the right equipment, and we're going to do a show and tell here in a minute. But it gets so high up that you cannot breathe the air. It doesn't have enough oxygen.
Yes. So 8,000 meters and above is called death zone. Once you go 8,000 meters and above, it is only 30% oxygen what we are breathing here. In this facility, in the studio, we are just 600 feet above the sea level.
Right.
And once you go at that altitude, it's a very serious altitude. You are in a survival mode. Every breath is hard-earned. Every step is vital. And time is nobody's friend.
Yes.
You are going, you are tagging the mountain. Your speed, your efficiency, your muscle memory is your friend.
Are your friends telling you you're crazy? Like this is a death wish?
No, I have been a professional. I do business strategy. I do risk management. So I'm very risk averse and very conservative person. I have climbed Everest 2 times.
Wow.
I have climbed Everest 2023. In 2023, I bowed out because of 19 deaths and I lost my acclimatization. And my Sherpa got sick. He was evacuated. So I did not pursue at any cost. You know, I took my safety and my Sherpa's safety as a paramount. And I went back in 2024. And 2024, we summited Mount Everest together.
Now, was there any point in 2024 where you said, I can't do this?
I think in 2024, I never felt I can't do this. In 2024, I felt as if Everest is welcoming me, Everest is embracing me,
Yes.
Himalayas are blessing me. And before 2024, in 2023, I climbed another 8,000 meter peak called Manaslu. I climbed the most technically challenging peak called Amadablam. So it was all building up. My whole life's challenges, whole life's struggle, I believe culminated into me climbing Mount Everest.
Yes.
And it was a pivotal moment in my life, a sublime moment in my life,
Wow.
reaching at that, top of the world.
Well, you brought some props. Go ahead and hold them up next to your face so that we can see what you're working with here.
So first of all, I take India-USA flag. I came from east, to west in quest of knowledge and in pursuit of a rewarding career. And then from west to east, I went for spiritual elevation, transformation of myself, a journey of self-discovery. So I always take it, and of course, the two are the democracies. So it's about the strong partnership between two democratic nations.
Yes, yes.
And then I also take this ICEX has a lot of miles, lot of altitude. So this ICEX, I took it on Denali, Manaslu, Amadablam.
Wow.
All the hard, rugged, glaciated peaks in the world. It has gone with me. And then, because people get frostbite, they get, they lose their hands and toes. So this is the glove, the
Yes.
Summit gloves. It's very heavy duty and proven war horse for me.
Yes.
Yes.
And you said that when you wear this boot, this is a heavy boot, but you have to wear a boot within the boot.
So this is the outer shell. This is still heavy, but then a boot inside goes there, which is again
Yes.
So and there is a booties, small tiny ones that go. So the 3 layers of boots you wear on the 8,000 meters, and this is pretty heavy stuff, and you have to
Wow.
climb with this, and then you put a crampon below it. I did not bring it.
Nice.
And crampons are steel blades, which helps you to kind of hold your balance on the ice.
Well, and I was really impressed with your photography. You sent us a video. Let's go ahead and roll this video because that looks like a drone. Did you have a drone up there?
No, it is an Insta360. I took Insta360 with about 10 feet pole. So you can see my Sherpa is holding that Insta360. And this is Khumbu Ice Fall. This is the most chaotic, random, treacherous terrain. To gain access to Everest, to earn Everest, you have to go through the Khumbu Ice Fall. And this is not only this kind of a terrain, but there are sometimes 10-story building like a ice tower that you have to climb. And it's a vertical ice climbing in this Khumbu Ice Fall to reach to the Western Kumbh area.
Unbelievable. And if you get injured up there, I mean, there's no medic to call.
There in the base camp, there is a emergency medication camps. And then also on Nepal side, rescue is possible up to 22,000 feet. If you are climbing from the China side, Tibet side,
Yes.
then no choppers and no high altitude rescue is possible.
Wow.
So I selected, as I said, to calculate my chances better, I selected to climb from the Nepal side. Of course, on the Nepal side, the risk is you have to cross Khumbu.
Yes.
That is one of the biggest risks that a mountaineer have to take to reach and gain access to Everest.
Well, and I urge everybody to follow Raj on all of his social media platforms. We're going to pull up his Instagram page and just scroll down there because it has some beautiful images. When you look back on this, because this was just a few months ago, are you kind of shocked that you were able to do this?
Every time I look each clip, including myself and other mountaineers, it allows me to relive the moment. And as I said, it was an epic experience in my life. It humbled me, and also I feel like it was a defining moment in my life.
Yes.
So my message to the audience is, no dream is too big, no dream is too daunting. And with the right mindset, with the perseverance and determination, we can achieve our seemingly impossible dreams. And we can break the ordinary and we can embrace the extraordinary by going out of the comfort zone and empowering ourselves.
Yes, and you're a very popular speaker and coach. Let's talk about, we all come up with internal struggles all the time that, I didn't get this promotion or I missed out on this opportunity. What does scaling Mount Everest do to your perspective?
So I think we all climb in some form. Every species climb in some form to evolve into a higher form. That's what happens in life. And we as human beings, we go through the challenges, we struggle in life, and we also climb for spiritual elevation, for transformation, and that's how bringing our dream, to reality. It's a climbing, in a metaphor sense.
Yes.
And so I think in life everyone is busy with 9-to-5 job. I come with a corporate background, and you have to make sacrifices, Jeff, to achieve extraordinary experiences in life.
Sure.
And I had to quit my job. 2 years now. I've not been working 1.5 years, 18 months. I was climbing full time because passion is a full-time job that fuels us.
Sure.
And that's where we can break the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary.
Outstanding. You are so inspirational. As we wind down the show, I want you to look into the camera on the left and give people words of inspiration.
Yeah, so as I was saying, go for it. Every penny, every breath in life is worth it for our dreams. And our life is finite, but we can fill with the infinite potential and purpose, from cradle to grave. It's a very limited life. And what you want to do, what we want to do, and what is our purpose, that's paramount.
Yes. What a great way to end the show. Thank you for inspiring us all to climb to new heights. We're going to end with his Instagram page. Raj, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your heart with us.
Thank you so much, for having me.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.